Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 5. This doesn't really need an introduction. It's one of the most popular games of all time. It's the most recent Grand Theft Auto game. I mean, 12 years old isn't exactly recent, but it. Technically not the fifth Grand Theft Auto game. It's actually the seventh because for some reason they don't count Vice City and San Andreas when making this numbering system. Has a little weird, but still one of the best games of all time. Gonna be honest. I remember when it came out, it was like one of the most anticipated games, and in the years since, one of the most beloved games. So, I I'm gonna sing its praises some more, as if nobody's done that before, right? I liked all the Grand Theft Auto games. I would say this is probably tied for number one with me, tied with San Andreas. I keep going back and forth between the two of them, cause I don't know. I like the map of San Andreas better, but and I like the characters. But this, I don't know. I like the missions better too. I keep going back and forth. They're so good, both of them. And the graphics on this are insane. They aged very well, despite being 12 years old. It's actually funny because it was on the PS3, the PS4, now the PS5, and there's still no 6, which is kind of funny. Um, but I played this on the PS4 because I do not have a PS5. But you know what? I could barely tell the difference. My eyesight is not the best, so I still found it to be good. The characters are so interesting in this one. I love the three main characters, Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. How they all have their distinctive personalities, and it lets you switch between all of them. It adds a new dynamic to the game that hasn't been seen before. In the other ones, there's only been one main character that you follow. So seeing how these guys meet and then working together and working separately, I don't know. You get a lot of layers to it. I wouldn't say it's story. I don't know. I think I prefer the story of four, but everything else about five, because four has a more darker, grounded story that I like. But five has better graphics, better gameplay, more interesting missions, and a better map. So it just depends on what you're looking for in a game. Um, but yeah, I think like besides Red Dead 2 and maybe the Last of Us games, this has like the best graphics I've ever seen. I don't know who my favorite of the three characters is. Um, Probably Trevor, just because I feel like his psychology is so interesting to dig into. Like, I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not going to diagnose him, but he definitely has some childhood trauma he never quite worked through, and it turned him into this emotional, aggressive, yet very self-hating man that we see today. I mean, Michael has his issues as well. You know, he's not exactly the most likable character, but I love the voice actor of him. He did such a great job. And Franklin is kind of the audience's POV because he's the one like who meets these guys and is introduced to their lifestyle. So he's kind of supposed to be us in a way. And he's also very funny. Like he has the funniest lines. One time my mom was walking by and I was playing it, and he'd be like, screaming and shooting somebody and be like, "Man, fuck you!" And now we just quote that line to each other all the time. I just think that's funny. It has like every GTA game has like the craziest dialogue between like pedestrians walking down the street or just insane situations. It's like a hyper insane version of our own America, and I think it just parodies that. Uh, I think my favorite mission of the game would be the one where they sneak into the government laboratory and you see all those weird experiments they have, and it's never really mentioned again. You're just supposed to like walk past and you're like, oh, that's a little weird. You're trying to steal this chemical, and he carries it away in his helicopter. That's one of my favorite one. I think the most like emotionally relevant scenes, or just the cutscenes at least I like to think about a lot. Oh, when Trevor walks in on the couple having an argument, and like she pulls out a gun and he pulls out a knife, and then the scene just cuts to like Trevor walking out all bloody, and you don't really know what happened in that scene. You just have to connect the dots yourself. I like ambiguity like that. I think it's really I don't know. It lets the viewer decide for it themselves. It I don't know. I like that scene a lot. I also like the scene where Trevor finds out that the guy who died was their teammate, or the I say teammate like they're playing fucking baseball. The criminals, their 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 former partner was the one who died instead of Michael, and Michael worked with the FIB to arrange that whole thing, and Trevor's very hurt by it, and it shows that like despite being psychotic and okay with killing people, he has a very fragile self-esteem. He just wants somebody to love him, and that's kind of the core of his character. But also, I think more people would love you, Trevor, if you weren't so fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot could have been avoided if you just, I don't know, went to therapy or something. But yeah, overall, great game. I can't wait for the sixth one. It's supposed to come out in May, but if they delay it again, who cares? There's a lot more games for me to play. I'm not one of those people who are like, I've been waiting. I can't wait any longer. It's like for a movie or TV show or anything. It's like there's so many shows and games and movies that I haven't seen yet. So like by the time the sixth one does come out, I still won't you know see all the movies or play all the games that I want to. I mean, when it comes out, will I be playing it? Of course I will, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for it. You know, there's like other stuff to play as well. So take as much time as they need. That's my philosophy. You know, there's like a 5 year gap between 4 and 5, another 5 year gap between 5 and Red Dead 2. I don't know the math exactly, but Rockstar is known for having quality over quantity, and frankly, I think they should stick that way. Take as much time as you need. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of Grand Theft Auto and how would you rank the games. Like I said, first place is tied with five and San Andreas, and then after that I would go Vice City, and after that I would go 4, and then 3. Not that I didn't like 3. I think all of them are great games. I just had to pick one to put above the others for some reason, because I'm crazy like that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.